Hey, how's it going, everybody? Let me turn this music off. Hope everybody's doing good this evening. I'll have to ask everybody just to kind of hang with me a bit. I am super sick. I've been sick for like the last 2.5 days now. So I may have to mute myself and cough or blow my nose or something. So I do want to apologize about that up front. I also want to let you guys know that I am in the middle of what could be a path of tornadoes. So if we lose connection, I'm going to try to get right back on if I can, if we don't lose power. I probably shouldn't have my PC on with the way it's storming, but it's pretty quiet right now. So maybe we're all good. I want to get in here to the chat real quick to say hi to everybody. I know that Van Gool, he was in here quite early. He's been waiting about 10 minutes for me to say hi back to him. So, hey, dude, thanks for popping in. Hey, Mom, how's it going? Hey, Hunter, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day, my friend. You did. You did get here a few minutes early. Just happy to be watching while not at work. Nice. Hey, everybody needs a day off, right? Yep, it's good to have a day off. Hey, Corey, how's it going, buddy? I hope you're doing well this evening, my friend. Hey, Vince, how's it going? Hope you're doing well this evening. Holland, it's an official stream now, right? Right? Yeah, it sucks, man. It sucks. I've had like a 101 fever for days. I'm just trying not to be going to the hospital because since I'm a diabetic, I go to the hospital. They want to hook me up to all these IVs, and then I'm in the hospital for like 4 days with a humongous bill. And it's just because I couldn't sit at home and sweat it out. So I'm just trying to sweat it out. Yeah, it definitely seems like everyone's getting sick. Our friend Chris over at 80s Made, he was on this morning and he was having the same types of symptoms that I've been having. And it's crazy because he's like on the other side of the country. So it's definitely going around. Yo, what up, though, Mark? I hope you're doing well this evening. We had the bad weather last night. Luckily, not as bad as they were predicting. I'm feeling that that's what it's going to be like here because everybody was saying to go to like a shelter or something like that, or a bunker. And I've had just a little bit of heavy rain. Like I've worked in rain that heavy before, so I don't know. I'm hoping that it's going to be the exact same way for us as it was for you. Yeah, they sure did move my way. I'm definitely hearing them right now. Oh yeah, saw Novocaine today. I seen the slipcover and the steelbook for that. The steelbook for that movie looks awesome. Is that one going to be a buy? Like, is that worth buying to own at home? Right, right. We've had some blow away here around us. Oh, hi Vince, I just ordered that. Yeah, see, I was wondering because that steelbook looked awesome. It looked real awesome. Hey Prince, I actually have a video game I'm going to show off tonight. So I'm just going to show off a couple little things that I got this week just to kind of push to the time, and we're going to do our drawing at 11 for the Shivers Steelbook. That's what I told everybody. I told everybody we would do the drawing at 11. So, but in the meantime, I'm going to show some stuff off. And Prince, I got a video game that I think you'll enjoy. Had to grab my right. Luckily, my trash day is Tuesdays, so mine's pretty full right now. But that could be bad. That could mean that when it blows over, I could have trash everywhere. That wouldn't be fun. A bunker. Yeah, yeah. Well, they got people going to, like, these churches, and then we have, like, storm shelters, I guess is what they call them. Yeah, I dabble around with Steam. I don't PC game all that much. I'm such a console gamer. Even I have a PC and I still don't really game on it. So definitely a buy. Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, I definitely want to look into that Novocaine. The Steelbook looked awesome. Hey Tiana. Looks like you had fun today. Meeting up with some other YouTubers. Looked like it was a lot of fun. I hope we get a video about about the meetup and the haul, because I know you got some things. You had to have, right? Hey, how's it going, Patrick? Hope you're doing well this evening. Oh, dude, Killzone Mercenary is really good. I actually have Killzone Mercenary. We're talking about it. I'm able to grab it right here, Prince. How about that? It's right there. I love the Vita. The Vita is like, until the Switch came out, the Vita was my favorite handheld of all time. And the only reason the Switch probably beats it out is because it's hybrid. But I absolutely love the PlayStation Vita. It's one of my favorite consoles. Heck, I still have my my Vita TV manual. It was sitting right there next to my Killzone. But yeah, Killzone Mercenary is really good. Yes, yes, yes. You did hear video game. I do have one of those to show off this week. I did actually go to GameStop for the first time in a long time. I had a $5 coupon, so they kind of like pulled me in with that. That's how they do it, right? Yes, yes, thank you. I mean, you're a part of that 600. Thank you guys all for being here. 600 might not feel like a lot to some people, but I mean, if I ever got 600 people in a room all at one time that ever listened to me, I'd feel like the biggest winner in the world. So 600 is a lot to me. Heck, the dozen we have in here right now watching, that's a lot. That's a lot to me. I thank you all. I just watched Rogue this afternoon. It was a really fun Croc Attack movie recommended by my friend Kyle. I'll have to look Rogue up. The newest Croc movie that I've seen that I really enjoyed was Crawl. I got that in the Paramount Scares Volume 1 set, and I had never seen it before I got that set. And that movie looked great on 4K, but it was a really fun time too. I have a ton of games through Steam. They run really good sales. Yeah, yeah, they sure do. I got games from Steam from like 10, 12 years ago before I ever had a PC, because I'm like, well, I'll build up in case I ever get a PC. It's just kind of weird that now I have a PC that could pretty much run any game that I would want to play on it, and I just still go sit in front of my OLED TV and play my PS5. Some highs back and forth. Yeah, yeah, that's what's up, Prince. Yeah, blackjack, nice. Nice, nice. Yeah, so I still have my day one Vita, and it was called the day one Vita. Actually, if you look real close, you might be able to see the box for it right about here. Unless it made it to the attic. I did put some things in totes in the attic, like my empty console boxes and stuff. But I still have my day one edition, and it was like, it technically came out 2 weeks early, and it had little deviants with like a memory card and a carry case. And that memory card was a 4 GB card, and that did not do it. But now, like I said, I still have that one. And then I turned around and I bought my wife a Slim so that way we could play some stuff together. But then when I was working at this retro video game store for a few years, they had a hacked Vita come through the store, and the guy that owned the store was like, well, I probably shouldn't sell this, but I mean, if you want to buy it from me, I'll make you a good deal on it. So I ended up getting me a hacked Vita, and with the way it's hacked, you're able to put a micro SD card in where the cartridge slot goes, and then you can just download bunches of games straight to the SD card. And I think I put a 256 gigabyte SD card in there, like micro SD. And that's probably more than I'll ever need for all the Vita stuff that I never did play. Like I have, I think something like 50 cartridges on Vita. I was a big Vita guy. I absolutely loved that handheld. It was so ahead of its time. I sure do. It's what I picked up with my Vita. When I got my day one set with Low Deviants, and I picked up Golden Abyss, which was the most expensive Vita game on day one. It was $50 when all the other Vita games were 40. Sony was trying to set a precedent that nobody else really followed. I don't feel like there was a lot of $50 games for the Vita. GameStop is always in trouble. They probably would have shut down a lot sooner. Like they probably would have went completely under if it wasn't for all those meme stocks that they had back in like 2021. Those meme stocks built GameStop's what is that? Like their stock, like it built their stock up so much that it was like an inflated fake stock, and that's the only thing that saved them. And it really shouldn't have. And I worked at GameStop for like 6 years, and that company has always been garbage. And that was 6 years. I left there in 2020. So that was 6. I worked there for 6 years, 5 years ago, and they're still just as bad as they were then. Yeah, Crawl was a lot of fun, man. I really enjoyed it. I seen that you had watched that on Instagram. I think you shared a picture of it. Whoa. Dude, Lake Placid versus Anaconda. I really want to see that. I just got that 4 set and that Anaconda 4 set from Orbit, right? And we watched the first 2, which part 2 on Blu-ray is freaking beautiful. I wish they'd give us that. But I've never seen anything past Lake Placid 1. I've only ever seen Lake Placid 1, and I think there's 4 of those as well. Like there's 4 Anacondas, 4 Lake Placids, and then like a Anaconda versus Lake Placid. I have to look into those a little more. Oh, a super chat from Tiana. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It's 600. I know, right? And you've been there since I had like 80. Always been a major supporter. I really appreciate it. Saw some great movie trailers today too. New one directed by Finn Wolfhard. Looks so fun. Okay. I'll have to look that up. Finn's 22. Wow. Okay. Okay, so I've always wanted the virtual tennis, and I don't have virtual tennis, but I do have Persona 5 or Persona 4 Golden, but I don't have a case for it. One of my buddies, he brought it into GameStop to trade it in when I worked there. Wasn't supposed to be doing this, but he went to bring it in to trade it, and I was like, dude, they're gonna give you like $14 for this game. I said, and what we sell it for is $75. Because it was a hard to find Vita game, right? And he was like, man, 14? Well, I guess that's fine. I just kind of need the money. I was like, oh, well, they're only going to give you $11 cash. I was like, I'll tell you what, man, I got $20 in my pocket. I'll give you $20 for it right now. That's better than what GameStop will give you. And so he sold me a loose cartridge of Persona 4 Golden for $20. Not a bad deal. Yes, I love the Vita. I even got this really nice hand grip that I got for it. That was really cool because it cut the back out so you would have your touchpad accessible and easy to find. But then it like gave you a full on hand grip. It was so good. I loved it. Yeah, I got that thing too. I think Most Wanted. This one, right? That one, Prince. It just so happens that all my handheld games are right here next to my computer desk. I even got this one, which I don't know. You might have it. They did a Minecraft. Now this says it's a download voucher only, and that's because I bought our Walmart clearanced all of them out to $5, like 2 days before the digital code went bad. And so I put it on my account, and I gave it to a friend of mine and another friend of mine because for $15 I was just spreading the love. But Oh, it's not there. Where did I put that at? Well, I have it on cartridge, but I don't know where it's at. They did a what is that called? They did like a Japanese version, and the Vita was import friendly. I'm not seeing it there, and I'm a little upset about that. Unless I left it wrapped up. That's a little worrisome. Huh. Well, I have it somewhere, Prince. I do. I have a Minecraft cartridge, and it's so cool to have Minecraft on a cartridge. Just because, I mean, why not? That version isn't easy to find. Like, it's not easy to find a Vita cartridge for it, and it has the oldest, or like one of the oldest versions of Minecraft. Hell of a Summer. Okay. Oh, the Metal Gear collection? Huh. You talk about this golden boy right here. Still got my day one sticker on it. Yeah, man. I loved the Vita. I tried, like I said, I tried to get every single big hit Vita game as it come out. I also tried to do that with the Switch, but then the Switch just started releasing games way too fast for me to keep up with. I mean, I have like 125 or 135 Switch games, but still, there's just too many to keep up with. Oh, it's a good one to get, Prince. Yes. See, I liked it too. Like, it didn't look as good as the consoles, obviously, but man, it really used all of the features of the console, the back touch screen, the front touch screen for puzzles and stuff like that. It was awesome. I liked Uncharted. I didn't particularly like that they used Tom Holland for Nathan Drake. I understand why they did it because he's a younger actor, but I actually thought Mark Wahlberg would have been a better Drake. But the movie was pretty good. For a video game movie, it was pretty good. Yeah, man. Freedom Wars is awesome. I love that one. I think I have a couple copies of that because I bought it for my wife and then I turned around and bought it for myself to play with her. Because it was a multiplayer game. Oh, Corey, you should change that, man. You should definitely change that. The Uncharted movie's pretty fun time. Yes, Kojima's masterpiece. Yeah. I bought the monkey popcorn bucket today. Still have to see the movie. You know, I don't get any popcorn buckets around me, and I don't know anybody that would send them to me. You know, like the price of them for one, but even if there was one that I really wanted, I don't know if I have anybody that could go buy it and ship it to me. So I try to just keep my I don't know. I try to keep my expectations in line and just try to keep my eyes away from the buckets because that's just something else I don't need to collect. To be honest, I mean, some of them are really cool, especially that monkey one. Oh, Nathan Fillion would have done great. He definitely looked like Drake as well. Oh yeah, man, Street Fighter X Tekken was a really good fighting game. They didn't do a lot of fighting games for the Vita. You know, they had that one. They had the really awesome Mortal Kombat 9 on there. But yeah, they had some really good ones. Hey, Rayman Legends is great. I really like Rayman Legends. It's a fun game. Oof. I mean, that's really not bad for how cool that monkey bucket is. But I just couldn't see myself buying like 10 buckets at $45 a piece and being like, wow, I I got a whole ass PlayStation 5 in popcorn buckets. I just couldn't see myself doing that. But that's just me. No judgment. All right, guys. So I'll show off some stuff that I got this week. I went by the library, and I know that many people will tell you don't sleep on your libraries. And you shouldn't. I mean, you shouldn't. I don't know where my library gets their stuff. I'm assuming they get it donated or something. But hey, I picked up this one, and it was crazy because I grabbed it because it said the N on the spine. Like the N from like noggin. The N. And then I'm looking at the front cover, and it says a film, mind you, by Spike Lee, Ernest Dickerson, Nima Barnett, Bill Duke, and LeVar Burton. LeVar Burton and Spike Lee. And I'm like, okay, well, I know those two names for sure. And it's like Spike Lee makes great movies, but I'm like, it has 5 directors. So I thought this was a Spike Lee film. It's not a film. It's a mini series, at least according to IMDb. And that's going to be Miracles Boys. And what it is what I'm assuming is it's 5 episodes. And we got 5 directors. We got a director that directed each episode. But I got this because it said Noggin. Like, that's what drew me to it first, was Noggin, because I don't have any like Noggin stuff at all. I have Nickelodeon stuff. This will probably sit on my Nickelodeon shelf. But I mean, look at that. It even has like Nickelodeon advertisements and stuff in it. So I thought that was pretty cool. I've never really seen any of the N stuff. Obviously, the N doesn't exist anymore. Yes, I did say library. Oh, it's an anthology film. Okay. When I went to scan it into my Blu-ray app, it doesn't pop up. I can't add it to my movie app for whatever reason. And when I went to look it up on IMDb, it said TV 14, I think, and then said it had 5 episodes. So that's where I assumed that it was like a mini series. Yeah, I take some movies from there as well. My library gets some 4Ks and some Blu-rays in nowadays. So for me, I can test out a 4K disc from the library sometimes before I decide to buy it. Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad way to go. You can find some really neat stuff sometimes from the library. Now, this next one, I thought this was really cool because I had 2 of the 3 that are in here, and I'm gonna give those to my son. But this has the outer box and everything. It's not in the bestest condition, but it's a full moon box set of the Doll Man Demonic Toys. And it was first time on DVD. Now, I believe these all have Blu-rays now. And I already had Doll Man and Demonic Toys, but I don't think I had Doll Man versus Demonic Toys. Or no, I didn't have Doll Man. I had Demonic Toys and Demonic Toys versus, or Doll Man versus Demonic Toys. So I didn't have Doll Man. That's why I never watched them, because I didn't want to watch them without having them all. But I mean, I found a full moon box set at the local library, and it's like I said, I bought these originally at Dollar General. I think they might even still be sealed with the Dollar General sticker on them, but they were selling them individually at Dollar General for about $3 a piece. So now, mind you, on average, everything that I got, including this box set, was 62 cents. Because of all the items I got versus what I ended up spending in total. So I ended up getting this box set for like 62 cents. And that's pretty sick, I think. I mean, I don't find a lot of full moon stuff out in the wild around me anyways. My library has a bookstore, and I buy films for 25 cents. I don't know. I don't think they really have a number on them. I didn't see any prices. I just took them up to the counter, and the lady was like, "Okay, you got this many in a big box, $5." I'm like, "Okay." I didn't feel bad about that at all. What's a juggalo? Fuck if I know. Yeah, mine mainly just carries DVDs as well. You're gonna see that as a pattern this evening. There's a library a few towns over that was just rebuilt. They have Blu-rays. Oh, that's cool. Well, I guess they don't carry just DVDs. They just sell DVDs, but they carry lots of Blu-rays and a handful of 4Ks. Yeah, man, I thought it's pretty cool, especially for like, 62 cents. Dude, that's a good deal. Land of the Lost for 75 cents. Uh, I don't think I have God's Eater Burst. Not on cartridge. I got it digital, I think. But I do got Unit 13. That was one of my favorites on launch. Oh, right next to Unit 13. That's where it's at. So there's Unit 13. And right next to Unit 13, and I did still have it sealed, sort of, is my cartridge of Minecraft. If you get the Japanese edition, it's a cartridge and it's region free. So you still have a way to play the old school Minecraft if that's so your thing. I even got a limited run games Vita. Now I didn't open this because by the time I ended up getting it, I had a hacked Vita, so I just didn't open it. But I got Ys Origin. I figure you might enjoy that one, Prince. Yo, Brian, how's it going, dude? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so actually, the reason why I said that is because there's a song called "What Is a Juggalo," and and in the chorus they say "fuck if I know," but that's not really what it is. So I thought you were referring to the song. Um, but a Juggalo is a fan of the rap group Insane Clown Posse, and their like affiliates and stuff like that. Right? Yes, sir. That's what we are. Like I said, I thought it was part of I thought it was like I was answering it back with a verse from the song. um and actually, Brian's in here, guys. Here, check this out. Tomorrow, at 5 p.m., we're gonna go live here on my channel and we're gonna do a new podcast type deal, like a live stream podcast type deal. And our first episode is going to be on American Pie 2. But I'm hoping to do every other week or so. Schedules get a little funky as adults. Um, but we want to get together and talk about sequels that are just as good, if not better, than their originals, the part ones. So tomorrow, 5 p.m. here on my channel. I haven't got the stream up yet, but once I get off of here, like I said, I'm really sorry about that, guys. I've been real sick these last couple of days. But tonight when I get done with this, I'm looking into possibly going to restream because I want to make the series without a watermark in the corner, like our StreamYard here in the corner. I want to do it without the StreamYard if I can. So I'm thinking that I might go to Restreams. That way we can check it out and not have our watermarks and make it more like a real like podcast type thing. So like I said, I was looking into Restream, and I think Restream might actually be the cheapest of them all. I know that Planet CHH has been using Restream, and I know that Corey he's been using Eve mugs. And when I start looking into the month to month, Restream is the only one that doesn't like rake you over the coals for not going yearly. But then you also like save a lot of money by going yearly too, because you can get it for under $200 a year, which is still pretty expensive. Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to, I think we're going to talk, we're not going to do just raunchy comedies or anything like that. We're going to talk all kinds of sequels. Talk some action movies and stuff. Maybe not so much horror movies. Brian's not the biggest into horror, and I kind of don't really want to fall into that. He talks about horror movies type of trope, because I like to talk about all kinds of different things. So we might stay clear of horror movies unless it's something just really good. Yeah, I think it's going to be fun. Hey, Joel, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for being in here, dude. Yeah, I just use the free version of StreamYard as well, but I'm really wanting me and Brian's stream to come off a little bit more professional. Oh my goodness. Talking about profession. Check this out, guys. My banner still says starting soon. I've been started. We'll use this one instead. Look at that. See, I got to try to be, and then I'm going to be messing around with Restream. It'll be a whole bunch of new stuff I've never messed with before. Streamlabs. I haven't tried Streamlabs. I'll have to look into that one too. Like I said, I was looking around and everything, and Restream just seems to be the most affordable. I've never seen Lake Placid versus Anaconda. I'm not even sure where I could find it. I used to see a Lake Placid 5-movie set at Dollar General for like $15 a few years ago, and it had that one in it, but it was DVD, and 3 years ago, I was completely and utterly 4K or bust. I didn't care. I didn't care at all. It was either 4K or I didn't want it. And to be honest, I have gotten over that I've gotten over that most definitely within the last year and a half, maybe year, I guess. It seemed like the price of things just kept going up, and it just didn't seem like every single new released movie, like newly upgraded 4K I needed, if I still had the Blu-ray or I had access to a DVD already. I want to add more things to the collection, Teasy, whoop whoop. How you doing this evening? Whew. All right, guys. So the next movie I got from the library. Now, I grabbed this because I needed something for my oh, nice. We hit our views, guys. Tonight, later on, after we do the drawing for Shivers, we're going to do the drawing for Shivers in about 12 or 13 minutes. I already have that wheel set up. When we do that, because we hit the 15, we'll give away one of these t-shirts, and you get to choose which one you want, because the Nightmare on Elm Street is a small, I think, and the Beetlejuice is an extra large, and that's just kind of what I have to give, guys. I do apologize if neither one of those fits you and you're interested in one. But we're gonna give a shirt away tonight too, I guess. We hit that 15. But this next one I got it for my 52-week movie challenge, because I wanted one that was the kids were the main role, were the main stars, but I ended up choosing a different movie for that. But I'm glad I got this, because I didn't realize who it was written and directed by. And I hear he does really good work. I still not seen any of his movies. But Richard Linklater, I've still not seen any of his movies, but I had to get Boyhood. I've heard many, many good things about it. I know it has a Blu-ray, probably a 4K, whatever, but for 62 cents, That's cheaper than renting it digital. So a DVD is worth a rent price, right? Now this next one, I was very, very, I was very astonished to realize to find out that this did not have a Blu-ray because I was in there. Um, yeah, IFC. Yeah, he does a lot of independent films, from what I understand, because he did the Before trilogy as well on Criterion, and those have Ethan Hawke in it as well. I was quite surprised to find out this didn't have a Blu-ray. Now, when I'm out and I'm hunting, I'm trying my best to use the Blu-ray app to see if I want to purchase this DVD because sometimes there is nothing more than the DVD. And this is a Disney movie that's stuck on DVD, and Disney isn't really big fans of physical media anymore, it seems like. So we may never get this on Blu-ray. But it had a really nice shiny slipcover, and that's going to be 101 Dalmatians with Glenn Close. It's crazy that we got that we don't have this on at least a Blu-ray. DVD's all that matters, or all that exists, and all that matters is that I can own it and put it in my collection. But I was quite surprised. I seen it and I was like, oh, I don't really want to get Disney DVDs, and then I scanned it into the app and realized that there was no Blu-ray. So, yeah, this will go on the Disney wall, and and I'm very excited to grab it. I mean, it has a few special features on it, right? No, it doesn't have any special features. Wow. Huh. I remember this being really good though. It's got obviously Glenn Close. Was it Jeff Bridges in this? So, like I said, I actually really liked 101 Dalmatians. I grew up watching that one quite a bit. And this is before they put the release years on the backs, because Disney puts 2011 release, 2012 release, that kind of deal. So this is even an older DVD, and they never released it on Blu-ray. That's kind of crazy. Spamily! The director worked with Ethan Hawke quite a bit. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Or that's what I've noticed. I'm assuming they work really well together, and they became good friends over time. I don't think so. I got it from the library, but it has my record store's sticker on the back. I just don't think it has like. So this was bought from my record store and then donated to the library, I believe. So it's not a library copy unless they did like a special 2-disc edition. I just think this is one of those Disney ones that just kind of got lost, weirdly enough. But nowadays they're live actioning all the Disney classics, but this was before it became a constant trend for Disney, Hang on just a second, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, they really do. They really do. They really do need more Blu-rays and 4Ks. I'm finding more and more Disney movies stuck on DVD that I had no clue were stuck on DVD. Yeah, they released the Emma Stone version of Cruella, and it even got a really nice 4K, I think. I don't have that one, but it got a 4K and a Blu-ray in the works. Didn't that one have like a red 4K case or something? All right. So this next one, I was very happy to get this. I'm gonna have to clean it. Ew. It's a little dirty, guys. But it is a Shout Factory TV show. But I have seasons 2 and 3 and they released it season 1 and then season 2 and 3, and that's the whole series. And I had the season 2 and 3 that I got from Big Lots years ago, and I had never found season 1. But I got season 1 of Beast Wars Transformers. So if you were a 90s kid like me, I know you absolutely watched this movie on Fox Kids, right? Like, I could have been the only one watching this show and digging it. I absolutely love this show, and now I have the whole series, and I can go ahead and start watching it from the beginning now and watch all the way through it, because I never even opened up my season 2 and 3 because I didn't have season 1. So I'm super excited to be able to finally rewatch through Beast Wars again. It's been quite a while. Yeah, wasn't that what didn't that have Glenn Close in it as well? And it was like a sequel to 101 Dalmatians? Because I don't think they did a 102 Dalmatians cartoon movie, did they? I know they did 101 Dalmatians 2, Scrap in London or something like that. I don't know. It's hard to keep up with all the Disney movies. Finding Disney films used to be so damn hard in thrift store, library, yard sales, but now you can find them a lot easier. I think that has a lot to do with Disney's big push on Disney Plus. I can't tell you how many people I know have gotten a hold of me over the years and been like, "Hey, are you still looking to get Disney movies? Because I got Disney Plus and I don't need them no more." I feel bad for them people that think that, because I have Disney Plus and I still want my movies on physical. Now my Disney Plus is kind of built into my cell phone, so, and my kids actually watch the Disney Plus app, so yeah, Beast Wars is so fun. I really enjoy Beast Wars. So this next one, and this is the last one I got from the library, you guys, but I literally got the holy grail for all physical media collectors. I mean, maybe not all, but if you like sci-fi movies and you like space movies, you want this one in your collection. Collectors want it in their collection so bad that they buy 4K bootlegs of it, because it hasn't been released since this edition. It is on streaming right now if you have a Roku, but it only took me about 10 years of looking for it, 12 years of looking for it. But for 62 cents, I got the limited edition of Star Wars: A New Hope. What's awesome about this? That right there, guys. Look at that. Disc 2, original theatrical 1977 version of the film. It's got the complete uncut version of fucking Star Wars on a disc that I can put into any player in my house. This is a physical media collector's holy grail, to have a legitimate copy of this film on a disc. At least I feel like that. Like I said, people bootleg the 4K 77, 78, 82 versions all the time. They get the fake cover arts in the 4K cases and the whole works. That might be the only way we ever get them on 4K, but man, DVDs look decent enough. Like, if there's something better than a DVD, I always want that, because I have a big TV, and it's 4K, whatever. But DVDs are still sufficient enough if it's all you have. I'm very excited. I just watched some of it on, I think it's called, what is that called? The Movie Room or something I think it's called The Movie Room or Cinema Room. It's on Roku, but you can download that app and you can stream the original Star Wars before it was A New Hope. That's all I got from the library, though. I have not showed my game, Prince. That's coming up very soon, my friend. Hey, Frank, how's it going, dude? I hope you're doing well today. Hey, 80s. Man, you were talking about not feeling good this morning, and I was laying on the couch trying to sweat out this fever I got. I've had like the same symptoms that you have since like Thursday night. I went to bed Thursday night, body sore, like body aches everywhere, headache. And then I've just been laying around trying to sweat it out underneath an electric blanket. I just thought it was really crazy because like we're like almost a whole country apart from each other and we got like the exact same symptoms as if we had just hung out. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, definitely hit that like button, guys. But I hope you're feeling better. I know that it ain't fun. It ain't fun being sick. But no, I haven't shown my game yet. I'm about to show that in just a second. Okay, so yeah, it's still Saturday. It's still Saturday. Um now I picked this up at Walmart. They had it for, I don't know, like $7. It's like the cheapest Blu-ray I've seen in my Walmart in a long time. I don't have this film. I've never seen this film. But I have thought about getting the Blockbuster box set for this because he does have a box set for it. And since I don't have the big Arrow edition, I probably won't get it, to be honest. I'm just happy to have the film. I might get the Blockbuster box set to go up with this, you know? And that's going to be An American Werewolf in London. I know. How have I missed such a golden movie for so many years, you know? I don't know how I missed this, but I'm excited to have it. It says newly restored for improved HD picture. I'm wondering if this was still the restoration from Arrow and they just went ahead and Universal released it, because this one's Universal. But like I said, I'm very excited to add this one to the collection. A company that can't be named has burned. I own the originals on DVD and the upgrade was worth it, burned or not. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because I know they do the 4Ks as well now. Certain companies and stuff. But I'm happy to have the DVD for like 62 cents. You know, I'm not upset about that one bit. I scoured that shelf as soon as I seen A New Hope. I was started scouring the shelf for Empire and Return, and then I even went to the record store to see if he still had them there, because he was selling them for 10, and I would have paid 10 a piece for them still. He sure did. He sure did, especially if you watch the original. That's what I've heard, dude. I've heard it's a classic. And like I said, that might be the one Blockbuster box that I buy because I like the way that it looks and it goes together. All right, Prince. I don't know if you're still here, buddy, but this is the game that I got this week. I went to GameStop. I had me nice little $5 coupon. So I got me this trilogy. It's an AC trilogy for the Xbox 360. Wearing an Xbox shirt tonight. Not on purpose, but it just kind of works, I guess, right? But I love these games. I played them. I played one of these on the GameCube back in the day. But we got the Hitman HD trilogy for the Xbox 360. And it plays in the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X. So I can play this on my newest Xbox all the way back to like my oldest. Well, not the oldest, but I always played Hitman 2 on the GameCube. And then there's Blood Money and Contracts. Now, I've never played Contracts before, and I played Blood Money on the 360 when it came out. So pretty excited to check this out. Like recheck it out, see how it is, and see if it gets a good uptick on the Xbox Series X, because the Series X does some really good things to backwards compatible games, if you guys don't know. Yeah, man, I think 62 cents is a steal. I mean, like I said, I would have been okay spending 10. Oh, really? Can K Kaneki? Kaneki? I'm gonna have to look into that, because I haven't played Dead by Daylight in a really long time. For me telling everybody that's my favorite game, I haven't played it in a longer amount of time than I'd be willing to admit. Is the greatest transformation. Really? Okay, cool. Cool. Yep. Yep. 3 of them. 3 of them. Nice. Nice. Absolution. Nice. Yeah. I figured Drew would probably like those. I know Drew's a big gamer. You don't have Absolution. Maybe. Let me go over here and look on the shelf. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is Absolution. I got the big boy. It's in like this big old thick box. Like, look at that. Look at that. Like that's the difference. It's a really nice edition. It comes out, has a really nice slip cover on it for all the movie lovers that like slip covers. And then it's in this really nice hard box. Like, honestly, this is probably where Arrow Video decided to get some of their box ideas from. Because it opens up, like I said, nice exterior box, and it opens up into like this really nice big book. And then it has a big art book in it as well in here. So yeah, I really liked Absolution. It's been so long since I've played it though. I mean, I haven't played Xbox. I haven't played it on my Xbox in quite a bit. I've been so strapped for time that the little bit of time I do end up giving for games, I end up spending my time on my PS5. Yeah. World of Assassin. Yeah, I need to check that one out. I haven't checked out the Hitman game in a minute. Hitman just makes me want to play. Dude, Splinter Cell Chaos Theory is GOAT. All right, guys. So I'm a little late. It's 11:07. Let me get here real quick. I have to change the screen for the wheel. So this is going to be for the Shivers Steelbook giveaway. And I did say that I needed everybody to be here to claim your prize. So I'm a little late. I do apologize about that, but oh, really? Some Hitman content? Oh, maybe I'll play some Hitman. I'm still trying to figure out how to use my capture card on my computer to play games like through the computer on like OBS and stuff. But I could probably hook my One X. I got my One X sitting right here. I could probably hook it up to the computer and play most of my Xbox stuff on it still. Shiver me timbers. Yes, sir. I believe you are there. All right. So I'm going to scoot over here real quick. All right. You guys let me know if you do not see your name on there and you're here and you entered. I'm going to, for good measure, we're going to shuffle, and shuffle one more time for good measure. Oh, let's shuffle again. All right. I was trying to make sure there wasn't too many of the same names in one spot, so that way they weren't taking up too much of a huge chunk. This is for the giveaway that I was doing this week on the channel. I guess so let me remove this real quick. It's for this Shivers Steelbook. I was given I announced it I think last Sunday on a short, and I tried to share it around on socials as much as I could. But I just wanted to thank everybody for getting me to 600 subscribers. you know, just just my way of trying to say thank you for all the love everybody shows me. Oh yeah, for sure, dude, for sure. Holland, I don't even think you entered. Yeah, it's a nice steelbook. I'm not giving it away because I just I'm not giving it away because I dislike it. That's actually quite the contrary. I love it so much I want to share it, you know. Like look at that. It's just like my buddy Jordan over at the movie den. He loves that full steelbook artwork. And this definitely gives that. And I will provide the J card. I do have the J card still. No worries. For everybody that likes it to be complete. We got our J card there, guys. Yeah, it was really good. I had never seen it until I had the steelbook. I quite enjoyed the movie. Hey, Allie. Actually, Allie might have been the reason why I checked it out because I watched Cronenberg's Videodrome, and I believe she said Shivers was one, and there was another one. I ended up just going and putting a bunch of his movies on my wish list or on my watch list, anyways. All right, guys. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and spin this wheel. Oh, well, Jane Dolette, 1771, won. But I wasn't sure. I was pretty sure she was gonna pass on it. Maybe. Let me know if you are. I will re-roll if you were gonna pass on it. Your mom, right? Right. I know. She said people are gonna think it's rigged if you're giving your mom free stuff. I'm like, well, yeah, but you actually shared it in places. Okay, she'll watch my copy because, like I said, I did keep it. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and remove her name. Maybe we just have her name on here for pushes, I guess. All right. Let's go again, guys. All right. Anthony Goss, 9930. Hey, Minnesota. Minnesoran. Congratulations, Anthony Goss, 9930. I don't think he's here either. Hmm. Yeah, I was trying to see if there was a way for me to see who was actually in here. So I don't think I can see who's here. I'll give it a minute or two just in case he's on a delay because I know he works at night So he may be listening to me. He may be listening, and he could be a couple minutes behind. We'll give it a minute. We'll see. I've never seen that before. I've never heard of it either. Dangerous Method. I might have to check that out. Earlier today was pretty laughable. All right. I don't think he's here, guys. So I'm going to roll it again. Steve Spencer, are you here, my friend? All right, I've rolled three. I've rolled three names. We'll see. We'll see if either one of them two guys pop in, because the first one that won, she was here. Hi, Sarah. I hope you had a good day at the VFW. Oh, all right. Goodness, I was kind of wishing somebody would be here. That way I could go ahead and claim that, clean up the wheel spin. That's okay though. Let me do this. Let's do. My buddy Corey helped me out with this one. There we go. Okay. All right. I am going to do the giveaway for the shirts. I'm kind of waiting on somebody to claim this movie before I try to set up another wheel. But it's only going to be for one shirt. You just get to choose whether you want a small or the extra large kind of deal. I don't think I can afford to send out a steelbook and 2 t-shirts this week. It starts to add up for postage. Let's see. All right, I'm going to get over here and start this giveaway tool. Okay. All right, guys, if you guys, because I'm going to go ahead and take this down for a moment. I don't think Steve's here either, so let me go ahead and pull this up. All right, we're going to spin again. This is for the Shivers Steelbook. All right, Vince. Now, I know you were here earlier. Vince the movie dude. Or, I'm sorry, Vince the movie man. Everybody's just dudes to me. Awesome. All right, Vince. I know you're friends with me on Instagram, so if you just want to reach out to me on there, here in a little bit after the stream, I'll check that and everything and verify that I got your message. But if you want to send me your address or an address I can send this to, I'll ship it to you, buddy. Thanks for entering the giveaway and for being here and following all the little rules I set up for it. So I do appreciate it, my friend. Now I'm going to do this, and this is we're gonna give a few minutes for this. I don't have much more to talk about. Okay, is that doing it? Okay. So if you guys want one of these t-shirts hanging behind me here, type in #shirt. And this is for anybody that's here live in the stream right now, unless you're not in America. I can't send anything outside the US. They're really stroking us hard to send things outside the US. Yo, Steve, what's up, dude? Thanks for being here, dude. Um, all right, we got 4 entries. That's what's up. Cool, cool, cool. I love seeing some interest in some t-shirts. I most definitely do. And this one, this one's come super duper random because I don't even know how they do it. They just take these cool hashtags from the chat and put them on in there. But yeah, Vince, I think you're gonna dig this, man. Like even the artwork here. Let me hide this for a minute because we're gonna have a few maybe. Like even the artwork on the inside is really cool. Like look at that. It's got that old school artwork on it. It's a really nice steelbook. It's really really nice. So I'm very excited that somebody I know that'll appreciate it's gonna get it. You know. Oh. Oh yeah, man, for sure, for sure. Thanks for supporting me and everything, and for being here. You know, I remember every name that pops up and says hi to me. I remember every name that comments on my video. Um, it means the world to me because I really didn't think that I really didn't think that I'd be here in a year. You know, still doing this and having fun and hanging out with all you guys. So I really appreciate it. You know, I really appreciate everybody hanging out with me on a Saturday night. I know, like, I choose Saturday nights to go live, and there's so many other things going on Saturday nights. Bigger YouTubers, thunderstorms. That's movie theater night for a lot of people. So I really appreciate everybody popping in here and hanging out with me on a Saturday. Again, if you guys want one of these T-shirts hanging behind me, #shirt. And we'll get one of these sent out to you. Yo, Captain Horror, what's up, dude? I hope you're doing well today, man. I haven't seen you around very much. I'd like to see you back on the YouTubes. I always enjoyed watching your stuff, man. So, if you want one of these shirts right here, my guy, this Nightmare on Elm Street is a small, and the Beetlejuice is an XL. But if you type in #shirt, it'll it'll enter for you to win a shirt. And that's for anybody that's here in the stream live right now. Anybody can win it, whether you've won something in the stream already or not, or whatever, just as long as you're in the country. What is up, dude? I hope you're doing well this evening. I'm sorry, guys. Like I said at the beginning of this, I've been sick for days. Terrible. All right, guys. Well, I'm assuming that that's about what we have, right? We have 5 people that want to enter for the T-shirt. Oh, thanks, Sarah. I'm hoping I get better. I'd like to sound a lot better for my live stream tomorrow. For anyone that doesn't know, tomorrow, me and my buddy Brian are starting a series here on my channel, Two Dudes in a Sequel. In our first episode, we're going to discuss American Pie 2 and how some consider it to be better than American Pie Part 1. So definitely check check that out tomorrow. I think we're gonna, about an hour or so, maybe a little longer. I'm gonna try to keep myself wrapped up pretty good. I don't want to take too much of Brian's time. Yeah, actually, Tiana, there's 8. There's 7 in that set, but then there's an 8th one as well. It's either Leprechaun Origins or Leprechaun Returns or something. There was another WWE one after that 7-movie set because I have that 7-movie set as well. And there was another one after that. So there's actually 8. But yeah, tomorrow we're gonna hang out. It'll be 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we're gonna talk about American Pie 2. So definitely make sure you're hanging out here with us tomorrow. Actually, speaking of Brian, check this out. I did get something else this week, guys. I know I show off movies and video games and all that kind of stuff. I don't really show off books too often, but I bought myself a book this week. I got me 2 copies because I like to keep my hardback on the shelf to look at for shelf fodder for real. And then I like to read my paperback. But I started reading through some of it last night, and it's really good. It'll be a nice little pick up, read a couple pages, put it down. But I got The Stairwell Down by Brian Childs. Now, he didn't send this to me for free, nothing like that. This book is on Amazon. I bought the hardback and the paperback from Amazon. You can go on there right now and get it, guys. It is a book it's a collection of poetry. And the hardback's the exact same as the paperback in terms of like the graphics and stuff. But, it's just a big old book full of poetry. And we've gotten past the point of people being fans of poetry, which I think is kind of sad because, like, I'm not the biggest poetry guy, but I respect it for what it is. And Brian's a great writer too. So not only does he make good YouTube videos and good YouTube content, he's a good writer. And he makes movies too. He's got one out on Amazon. I'm trying to find a way to watch it without paying Amazon Prime for it. I'd rather have a physical, Oh, Tiana, you should. If you can order it on Amazon, definitely pick it up. I got both of these together for under $20. Like I got the hardback and the paperback, and it was like $16 or $17 for the both of them. Very well worth it. Very well worth it. Nice. It just seems like I know my son's like 16, and like none of him or his friends talk about poetry, almost as if they don't even know what poetry is. That's why I feel like the art might be lost on the younger generation. Nice. Hey man, we all need that escape. We do. With poets on 8 questions. Nice. I bet that was some good conversation. Thank you, dude. I hope I feel better too. Yes, there is 8 of them now, Tiana. No, it doesn't need to rhyme. It doesn't. I'm pretty sure most of his rhymes though, for the most part. Yeah. He does the cadences, the A B B, A B A B, that kind of thing. So, like I said, a skilled writer. Let me get this wheel back up, guys, because I want to put this wheel up, and then I gotta go get in the shower and get drained. I know that's probably too much information, but I gotta drain this sinus stop up. Um, just in case anybody wants to, hashtag shirt get you in for one of these shirts. I'm gonna spin this in just a few moments. All right, you guys ready? I'm ready. I'm gonna draw. Minnesotan! Nice, nice, dude. See, I know you wanted to win the Shivers Steelbook, but you still get out with a T-shirt tonight, my guy. I'd say that's still pretty solid, right? Uh, like I said, I try to just give where I can. I'd like to give back to people. Yes, yes. Oh, yes. Definitely add me on Instagram, and we can message back and forth what we need to do for address and whatnot. Okay. Um, as long as your guys' mailboxes take things from a PO box, because that's how I'm sending it out, sort of. Electric state stinks for all people except for some that will enjoy them. Honestly, I watched that yesterday with my wife. Now I was really sick and I was out of it, but it was pretty fun. Like I didn't mind it. Um, $320 million fun. I don't know, man. They were laundering some money. I think that's the only thing I can come up with was they were laundering some money for that to be $320 million because I could do a lot better. I could do a lot better of a movie for $320 million and probably still make a fat chunk of money in my pocket. Okay, I'm glad you clarified it's your nostrils that are draining, Jeff. Hashtag how to drain your nostrils. Yeah, for sure, dude. Like I said, I'm sure you guys can tell I'm like super stuffy and everything. I've been taking like 2 showers a day for the past 3 days because the only way I can get myself to drain, like get my whole head to like drain, is getting in a really hot shower. And that steam, it does it. It breaks it up. Between that and the fact that I've been laying underneath a heated blanket for like 2 or 3 days and sweating, I need to clean myself. So the shower is serving two purposes right now. It was a shade of Borderlands. Um, I will tell you that I thought Chris Pratt was actually really good in it. I know that people hate Chris Pratt per se, or don't like him, but I thought he was pretty good in it. He was different than his normal roles. Oh, no, no, you can have a regular mailing address for sure. It's just some mailing addresses don't accept packages from PO boxes, and I'm gonna send the package to the winners tonight from my PO box. Really? My buddy added it to his Plex server. I've been thinking about going and watching it. I haven't watched the Captain America movie. Well, since Civil War, I guess, right? I did watch the TV show, so I'm all caught up on the story. I can jump right into it and I'll know exactly what's going on. But I think that was actually the last Marvel show I watched too. Either that or She-Hulk, whichever one's newer was the last one that I watched. I haven't really been keeping up with Marvel all that much. Uh oh, okay, okay. Yeah, okay. Minnesota, and I just got your message on Instagram. So once I'm done with the live stream, I'll get up with you and Vince both. Let you guys know I verified that I got your messages and your addresses, and I will probably make labels for them tonight, but I won't get anything sent out till Monday. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed the Captain Falcon Winter Soldier show. I thought it was really good. I hated that Disney like tried to edit it afterwards. I watched it unedited. I watched it like the day it come out. So now I haven't watched Daredevil Born Again, though I was a big fan of most of the Netflix shows. Like I watched Jessica Jones. I really, really like Jessica Jones. That was a really good one. I watched Daredevil and I watched Luke Cage. I never did watch what was that? The Iron Fist or the Defenders. I never watched those ones. Eli, what's up, dude? Thanks for popping in, man. Hope you're doing well this evening. Prince, yeah, Prince. What music are you currently enjoying? Actually, I just found out today. I really want to take my wife to it. I just found out today, actually, that Mastodon, which is one of my favorite rock bands of all time, are going on tour in the next month or so, and they're going to be touring through May, and they're going to be about 2 hours away. They're going to be in Knoxville, Tennessee, and they're touring with Coheed and Cambrium. And my wife loves Coheed and Cambrium. Now I've seen both of them before. I've seen them at different shows, but I wasn't a fan of Coheed until I seen them live, and then I'm like, man, these guys put on a really good show. So they're opening for Mastodon. That is super duper exciting. So I'm really hoping to go see that in May. I want to take my wife to see that one because if I go through Groupon, I can get the tickets for $25 a ticket, and then it's going to cost me more to drive there than it did to get in. Yeah, man, they really are. They really are, dude. I've loved Mastodon ever since Leviathan came out and they did their music video. Um, Now I know they had their album before that, but Leviathan is what brought me in, and I've been a big fan of theirs ever since. Blood Mountain is not that far from where I live, so when they brought out the Blood Mountain album, it was just mind blowing. I'm like, oh my god, they're talking about something that's right down the road from me, and then I found out that they're from not that far away, just in general. Anyways, like some of the guys are from like Gainesville, Georgia, and right around the whole Blood Mountain area, so. And like I said, Coheed, what I love about their stuff is all of their stuff is like super comic booky type of stuff. It's like if comic books turned into music, and I really dig that. Cody, dude, how's it going, man? I hope you're doing great this evening. I really enjoyed Rad Dudes last night. They talked McDonald's toys and some of the best McDonald's toys, and I remembered so many of those. I love that they wanted to talk about I love that they wanted to talk about things that a lot of us kids that grew up in the late 80s and in the 90s, we all loved, but there's not like a lot of people talking about it. Like they always pick the coolest like one-off subjects to talk about, and I thought the McDonald's Happy Meal toys were great a great topic to bring up, especially for their 10th episode. I've been watching them Rad Dudes ever since they started. Definitely go check their stream out, man. It was a lot of fun last night, and I think they even went longer than they wanted to go. But that was just because they kept showing off and talking about, like, really cool ass toys, you know? I have seen Hard Eyes. Me and my wife went and seen that, in the theater for Valentine's Day. We went, like, out of town and went to this big Cineplex, which I say a big Cineplex, but for most of you guys, that's probably what you guys have right down the road. I have to drive, like, 2 hours away to get to a Regal or a Cinema or a Cinemax or not Cinemax, a Regal or an AMC. I have to drive, like, 2.5 to 3 hours away to get to either one of those branded theaters. All of my theaters locally are privately owned theaters, and most of them are only two-screen theaters. So, that was one that me and my wife really wanted to see, so we definitely went to see that. But I haven't seen Love Hurts or Anora. I have heard that Anora is coming to Hulu on the 17th, which would be, like, 2 days away, and I will probably check it out on Hulu, and if I like it, I might try to flash sale it because I believe that since it's up for pre-order, it will be a part of Criterion's 50% off flash sale. So if I end up liking it on Hulu, I might go ahead and pre-order it so I get it when it comes out rather than waiting till July. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but Tuesday is a Criterion 50% off sale. And I mean, you guys know I like Criterion. That's probably my favorite boutique label, to be honest. I like what most of them do, but I really like what Criterion does. Shadowfall or Killzone thought. Killzone. Uh, Shadowfall was really good. And honestly, it's aged really well. It looked great on the PS4, and when you put it in the PS5, it gets like a frame rate boost kind of deal, like where it actually locks it to a 60, and it looks even better on the PS5. Like, I think Shadowfall is super underrated, super slept on. Yeah, for sure, Cody. I mean, you guys, it's always a fun time hanging out with you guys. Um, I wasn't chatting very much because I was super sick last night, just kind of laying underneath the heating blanket, had you guys on the TV, and I was kind of, in and out, but I still had a great time. If I'm stuck in bed sick, at least I get to watch cool streams with, my friends talking cool shit. So, hey man, tennis can be a lot of fun. Yeah, Rad Dudes is super awesome. I need to get me a Rad Dudes hat or something. Hey, we appreciate the fam appreciates the Rad Dudes. You guys give us great entertainment on a random Friday night. It's great. Yes, please make sure you guys go subscribe to Cody. Honestly, if it wasn't for Cody, I probably wouldn't be here live right now. So, Cody deserves every single person that subscribed to me to be subscribed to him. Wow. See, I try not to build a watch list too far out. I'm working on my 52-week uh movie watch list challenge, which I guess I don't really share it here on YouTube very good. I share it on my Instagram every week when I watch a new one, and on my letterbox, I do have the list there. Um, I do have the list in my letterbox for my 52-week movie challenge, and I only try to keep 3 to 4 weeks out in advance, so that way I don't feel like I'm tied down to a whole bunch of choices. I couldn't have 5,000 movies in my watch list. I'd feel overwhelmed. Yes, yes, the dude deserves all the subs. I have to call it a night, but great stream. Thanks. Oh, Corey, thanks for being here, dude. To be honest, I'm probably right behind you. Like I said, I've been sitting here like messing with my nose way more than what is considered kosher. Uh, so I definitely need to go get that taken care of. Oh, Mercenary? Okay. Well, I don't know, man. I really like Mercenary because it did a lot of really cool things for the Vita, and I do like the Vita better. So I'm gonna go with Mercenary over Shadowfall, but I still think Shadowfall is a super underrated uh game. It's a shame that it was a launch PS4 game and it didn't sell the numbers they needed it to sell to continue the franchise. I mean, I bought Killzone Shadowfall with my PS4 on day one. So I helped I helped to keep Killzone alive. I've been to since 2012. They're amazing live. Got into Mastodon late in the game, but I would love to see them live. Yeah, man. So I've seen Coheed and Cambrium. They were on tour with Seven Dust, Lacuna Coil, and Disturbed. And that was in probably 2006 or 7. I think I was still in high school or right out of high school. But I had a friend that I went to high school with, and this is not saying anything bad because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have got to see a lot of amazing bands. But he was obsessed with Disturbed, and every time Disturbed came around, no matter who was their opening band or whatever, he was doing it. Like he was buying their shows. Like I think we even seen Disturbed and Stone Sour together once, so that was pretty cool. And then I went and seen it was a Monster tour that Mastodon was at, and they were like the third. They were right in the middle, I think, because it was Dragon Force, Mastodon. I can't remember who else. But who closed was Slipknot, and that was before all the guys out of Slipknot started dropping like flies. And that was a Monster Energy tour, I think, of 2009 or 2010, probably 2009, if I'm remembering correctly. It's been a minute. Yeah, guys, please make sure you go hit up Sarah's channel. You're rocking YouTube, Jeff. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Cody. It's nice to hear that from people, like just in general. It makes one feel good about themselves to know that people actually enjoy their company and enjoy spending their time with them. Time is our currency that we don't get back. So for you guys to want to spend it with me and hang out with me, it means a lot. It really does. So I'm going to keep trying to slaughter this YouTube game. Here's how my watch list works. I have a movie randomizer. Then I check if it's available on my source. If it's available, that movie makes the watch list. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. I like that idea. It keeps it super random for you. I've never seen Aliens either. I actually didn't even watch the original Alien until last year. I watched it in January because I was doing Tim over at Tim Talks Talkies, or Tim Vince, I guess is what he goes by now. He did a community challenge for top 70s movies. And I just knew that everybody was going to say Alien. And I'm like, well, I can't make me a top list and not say Alien unless I've seen it and it just isn't one for me. Well, I watched it and I liked it. So far I've seen Alien and Prometheus, and that's all I've seen. And I have the quadrilogy set on Blu-ray. So, and I have a way to watch Alien Romulus. My buddy Anthony gave it to me, gave me the digital code for it. I just wasn't sure where I wanted to, fit it in at. Dude, Dragon Force. Oh my God, dude, seeing them live, it's beyond incredible. Like their hands move so fast. You could be like 10 foot away from the stage, which I was pretty close. We were in the very first row of seats in this big amphitheater in Atlanta. We were on the third row of seats, and the first two rows were taped off for the mosh pit to come sit down. So we were in the closest seats that you could permanently sit down in. And I was that close to Dragon Force, and the dude's hands move so quick, you can't see them. You just can't. They're just like blurry, but they're good. They're really good. I would, but I have Akira already in the Amaray case, and I got my replacement disc for it with the HDR and all that. The Steelbook, I'm sure, is nice, but honestly, I say so often that I don't double dip movies for like a Steelbook in a slipcase and all that, and I've done it a time or two if I find a movie like a Steelbook at like a Big Lots or a Dollar General, or I find a Steelbook in like the dump bin at Walmart or on clearance at Walmart. I might buy one that I already have like on a slipcover because the Steelbook's cool. But I try really hard not to buy the exact same movie on the exact same format with a different box, because I'd rather have more movies than the same movie over and over. But that's just me. The Steelbook does look tight. I don't really watch too much anime. I really need to look into that. Dude, yeah, Dragon Force is tight. I can't wait. I can't wait if I ever get to see him again, you know? Hell yeah, Jeff. You're a super awesome dude, my guy. I love this community. Everyone is so great. Yeah, man. I know that there's like some people that like want to dog on the community, and they're like, oh, the movie community is terrible. Like they don't help you out when you really need the help and all that. But I mean, what kind of help are you trying to get from other people that are basically just like you? Like, what kind of help are you trying to get that they're pissing you off by not giving you whatever kind of help you need? I don't know what. God, man, my nose, guys. Sorry, I don't know how somebody in the community could necessarily piss you off unless they were just talking down on you, or you know, bad on your name. I personally try to take nothing in offense when I ask somebody if they want to work with me and they say no or whatever. I try not to take any offense to that because we're all super busy. You know, I got this live stream, I got a live stream tomorrow, and I got a live stream on Monday. So I'm like, I'm pretty packed. I'm gonna have to take a break from some live streams for a bit, you know. And there's some of these people that live stream so often on their own that I'm surprised they even work with other people, and they do. So I'm not really sure why anybody would want to down this community or dog on it. It's been nothing but great to me. Yeah, man. It really is that great. Oh yeah, the original Devil May Cry. That's a good one. Yeah, Danny. Yeah, Danny reached out to me. I'll have to get his address once I get off here. Um, that's cool, dude. That's really cool that you guys like hang out in real life and like know each other, and you guys are like, real friends. So I'm sending stuff to the same kind of area. I guess my mailman will be like, "We'll just take these together." I do not have Hard Boiled by John Woo. I do want Hard Boiled. I feel like I used to have it. I don't have the game anymore. But there was a game on the PS3 called Stranglehold, and Hard Boiled was built into the Blu-ray disc of that game. And I used to have it, but I don't anymore. I have heard that was it Criterion or Shout? Shout got a whole bunch of a whole bunch of movies that would fall under, you know. So I'm hoping that maybe Shout brings that on like a Shout Select, and I can grab it then, because I would like to have that one. Dude, that's super cool. That's awesome. I've really enjoyed him. He's been supporting me for a little bit now, so I'm glad that I can give back to him. Maybe, to be honest, everybody starts showing it on Facebook and like Instagram and stuff, and then I got like sick, and I haven't left the house in like 3 days, 4 days. If I can bring up the nerve to actually get behind the wheel and drive, I'd go to Walmart. But I got to drive like 30 minutes to get to Walmart, and my head's been spinning, and like this bell, like this ringing noise has been in my ears for days. I don't even think it's safe for me to drive. Um, but I don't really know what Faces of Death is, except for that my uncle used to have the tapes in the 90s, and they used to all come over to my mom's house and watch them. It might not be my thing. I have also heard that it's on Amazon now as well, so it may be just out and about now for everyone to get, which is pretty cool. Nice, nice. I haven't checked out a whole lot of foreign films. Um, most of my foreign films I've checked out have been through Criterion, to be honest. Favorite Scooby-Doo animated film? What's the name of that one? This one. This one, Prince. I got this on mini DVD. I like to collect mini DVDs just because I think they're cute. But I have this one, and it was always one of my favorites growing up. And that's going to be Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. This was before the internet was real big and popular, so we wasn't really sure, we wasn't really sure what the internet was going to entail, so they wanted to talk about a haunted computer. I love it, though. It's got really cool artwork on the back, so you can see like the size of the disc and all that, and you can see the artwork through the case. So I've always really enjoyed the mini DVD format. It's kind of useless, especially in 2025. They don't even make the mini DVD players anymore. But if you have a portable DVD player, it'll read minis as well. So they're not it's not a terrible thing to have. Like, it's still the movie. I have noticed that some of them, like Frequency, split the movie up into 2 mini discs. So with some mini DVDs, you have an intermission. How did I come up with the logo of my channel? My wife made it. I told her I wanted. I told her I said I want a Hatchet Man, just like this guy right back here. Which that's the ICP logo. Obviously, it's on my hat. I got the light. I got it on lots of T-shirts and stuff. But I told my wife, I said I want a Hatchet Man, but instead of holding a hatchet, I want him to hold a disc. And she did that. I'm like, I also want him to wear 3D glasses because I love 3D movies. So that's kind of how I came up with it. My wife is just awesome like that, I guess. Because I don't think I could have done it nearly as neat as she ended up doing it for me. I do. I don't find them out and about randomly too often anymore. I actually have a few movies that I only have available on UMD to watch. So that's why I stick around with my UMDs. But my local game store decided they wanted to start individually pricing UMDs based on eBay listings, so I stopped buying them. They used to sell all their UMD movies at $2 a piece, and I would grab them up if I didn't have it on UMD already. And as soon as they decided they were going to do like $10 and $12 and $15 for a UMD movie, I decided I wasn't buying from them anymore. That's just more of a me problem, I suppose. I am excited for 28 Years Later. I haven't watched 28 Weeks Later in a long time, but I watch 28 Days Later once every other year or so. All right, guys. That's going to do it. I feel like poo-poo. I am actually super surprised that I was able to give you guys almost 2 hours tonight on this stream. I'm going to go get underneath the hot blanket, try to sweat this out some more, maybe try to get some steam up in my nose and get it drained a little bit better. Tomorrow I have the stream. As soon as I get done here, I'm creating the stream. But tomorrow, me and Brian, 2 dudes in a sequel. It's a new series we're starting up. Pretty excited about that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I definitely need to watch American Pie 2 either tonight or tomorrow, so that way it's fresh on the mind. I have a lot of memory issues sometimes, so I definitely got to do that. But I'm pretty excited about it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So definitely make sure you guys come hang out. It'll be 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. I tried to make sure it was kind of like after afternoon church, but before evening church, if people really care about that. I don't do the church thing, so I'm usually free to do whatever on a Sunday. I use Sunday as the day that I set up anything to do with my family. So, oh, and that thunder's getting loud out there now, guys. Good night, Prince. Have a good one, buddy. Thanks for being in here tonight, and thanks for the channels. You kept it going. You kept it rolling right along. Hey, Hunter, thanks for being here, my friend. I appreciate you popping in. Thanks, Bob. So I'm going to go try to sweat it out and get some of this phlegm out. Thanks, Vince. Yeah, man, I hope I do too. Yeah, I'll be posting on the channel when I do another giveaway. Let's just say 700 probably will be the next giveaway, more than likely. I'll keep celebrating every 100. I don't mind. Like I said, I'm excited for 10 new subscribers, and we've gotten 10 just since I announced this giveaway. So we're up over 600 now. So that's very awesome. Yeah, man. Thanks for being here. Thanks for telling me you had some fun and that you enjoyed hanging out. I appreciate it, man. Those words flatter me. Good night, U.S. and Canadian friends. Wow, it's noon for you. Wow. Well, have a great day, Prince. Thanks, Eli. I appreciate it, my friend. Thanks, Sarah. Yep, play them games. Yep, 610, 610. You know, I haven't seen the Red Faction movie because I heard it was mid, and I like Red Faction. So, all right, guys. Well, like I said, that's going to do it. I'm going to go get me some rest, try to feel better for my stream tomorrow. If you guys are available, please come hang out with me and Brian. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Brian's a great guy. I have a lot of good conversation with him. So I think we're going to have a lot of fun talking a great classic comedy. But like always, guys, thank you for popping in here. Thank you for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate everyone's support so very, very much. And thank you to our channel members for always going above and beyond. Thank you, Tiana, for the super chat tonight.
A lot of whoop whoop, a lot of it, man. And hell, as you come in, I mean, it's more like a high, but it's a whoop whoop all the way down through the road.
Right here, whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop!
Whoop whoop, whoop whoop, whoop whoop.
Where you at, motherfucker? Heard you been talking shit, but every time I come around, it's like you shit underground street level. Running this course, keeping you shady bitches scared to come up off your porch. So come and hang with me, unless you blaming me, because the native hydro keeps changing me.
These kids out here, they got their own way of talking and their own way of, you know, it's like, it's definitely some cult shit. But you gotta respect it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just glad to be part of it, you know?